These are the top 10 cards of set 3. The stonks are going to go way up. Buy these now.
Put them in your deck.
Put them in your deck at least. Put them in your binder for trade.
Do what you want.
Yeah.
But get them.
Yeah, these are the cards to be watching. But these are just the cards that are just going to get better. A list of 10 cards, they get better in set 3.
Let's go.
Number 10.
Number 10. All right, we're starting it out.
Click it. It doesn't
do
really
your hand thing. Okay. All right. 10 cards.
10 cards.
All right. Number 1. We're going with, it's a trap, Admiral Abbar. So, the reason why, like half of these cards, most of them actually, the reason why I think they're good is because of token spam. And some of them are better, like help the token spam, and then the other half like counter the token spam. Okay. So we'll have to see where that like balance is. But so first, Admiral Abbar is the green hero 3 cost, and his win played is you may deal damage to a unit equal to the number of units you control in its arena. So I could see this being like a late game bomb, right? This is Green Hero's overwhelming barrage. Like this is
body too,
and it has a body. Now a good thing to like mention is droids and clones will only ever be in the ground arena. So I mean you're limited to ground arena damage, but I do think it could be significantly like, I mean, what if you have like 4 tokens and then like a leader and then like another unit? That's 6 damage that you can just like nuke someone with for only 3. So depending on what your deck is, I think he could be a good like valuable addition, maybe a side deck card, but I could see it being pretty relevant.
Number 9.
Number 9, we have Precision Fire. This is a big one. This is a big one for our aggro fans.
Yes, I wanted this to be good in set 1 and set 2. It's finally good in set 3.
It's finally good, yeah. So it's attack with a unit. It gains Saboteur for this attack. If it's a trooper, it also gets +2 for this attack. Droid and clones tokens, they are both troopers. So no matter both troopers, no matter what villain or hero deck you're playing, if you're in red, you get this. I think this is a much like, this is just a closer. This is a super nice closer. And it's almost kind of like better than some of the closers for 1, like compared to Heroic Sack, which don't get me wrong, Heroic Sack is a busted crazy card, but if they has a Sentinel, like that shuts down a play to the base with Heroic Sack. Whereas this has Saboteur. It's like you're always going to be hitting base with this.
It's like the most undervalued keyword in the game. It's so undervalued. Like I mean, the Sentinel is like beyond overvalued. Like everyone's like, I got that Sentinel. You know, like Saboteur is like the sleeper. You know, and like being able to throw that on stuff that you already have, you know.
Right. And the thing too is if you're just spamming the board with tokens, it's like, okay, remove one of them, all of them will gain Saboteur. It's not as like an out there like play that you're advertising. If I just have one guy who has Saboteur, you can go, okay, well, I kill that guy, you no longer have Saboteur. But with this, all of your troopers get Saboteur. It's turned on with this card, like any of them you play it on.
So one is a target for it.
Yeah, so they can't like single it out.
Wait a minute. It's even better than I thought. Still like one of your guys.
One of your guys.
Good for shields too. I think there's some game design where people are like thinking about double shields. They had a couple cards with double shields, and maybe there'll be more now. There's that droid, that battle droid in that era that has the shields, so like maybe they'll have the double shields, not sure.
Who knows?
We'll just have to see.
We'll have to see, but I think
it's gonna be good. You're gonna have more points.
For sure, definitely relevant, I think. And then playing into this with number 8, we have General Tag. So if this was a hero card, I will admit he'd be 10 times better, but he is still pretty good, I think, and still also might be relevant in like a token rushdown. So cost 2, green villain. When played, give an experience token to each of up to 3 trooper units. So again, everything's trooper, right? So you're paying 2 for a 2/2, which is bad, but then you're giving an experience token to 3 other units. So you're getting 5 points of stats on the board for 2. So I think he will be pretty relevant if it's just like rush down token aggro. Now, granted, he's in villain, so the droids are 1/1s. So you're making them 2/2s, which isn't as relevant as if he made clone troopers 3/3s. Yeah. That would be much more relevant. That'd be very good.
I don't know. But it just, you know, it can get you a win if you have launch.
Right.
I wonder if there's going to be like a multi attack where they can like boost one guy, then that one guy attacks or something.
Yeah.
You tap a bunch of units and then like they can give their attack over or something.
Yeah, who knows?
Interesting. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he might be good. It could be just like a good filler card, you know, in a deck. Like, I have 2 slots. Maybe I just throw him in.
Like a really good spam deck even better.
Yeah, I think so too. If he gets, I don't think he will, but if he gets reprinted, he'll be really good and sealed, but I don't think he's going to be reprinted. That would be great. All right, number 7.
7.
We've got Gideon Hosk. When an enemy unit is defeated, give an experience token to a friendly unit. So this is like that other side where I said the first couple cards were like, yes, we like tokens. He also likes tokens, but he likes killing tokens because he's 5 for a 5/5, but each time an enemy unit is defeated, give an experience token. So tokens are going to be pretty easy to get rid of. And so especially if you're throwing like an overwhelming barrage on him for 7 to allocate, you're taking out a lot of stuff and then getting more experience tokens back because it's not once per turn. So I think he will be really good with kind of like those board wipey control decks versus the token spam, even more than he was already really good into aggro. Now it'll be
consistent.
Even more consistent. He's one to look out for.
Work on an exploit with yourself?
Well, it says when an enemy unit is defeated, so it doesn't work with your stuff. But
if your enemy unit is
exploiting, it's defeating them. Ooh, it's like a counter to exploit. You like side him in against the exploding guys.
He's kind of greasy, dude.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah, that's kind of nice. I like that actually. All right, he's one to think of.
Yep, top of mind. One of those.
Yeah. Number 6.
Order.
We got Bombing Run. Bombing Run. This is a token removal spell. So 5 in red. 5 in red. Choose an area. Deal 3 damage to each unit in that area.
Each unit, okay.
Yeah. So you're hitting your guys, but you're killing like all
you do that before you play your tokens, or you're just not a token deck this time, and then and you're playing big stuff.
This card hasn't really been utilized. It was like played a little bit in set 1, and then people got off of it in set 2, and now I think it'll be pretty relevant depending on if token spam really is.
There's just a lack of wide removal in the game. So it's like if we don't get it, this is the thing.
And it's early. It's on 5. You know, that's OB turn as well. So like, not only do you have to worry about OB, but now you have to worry about Bombing Run. So
Bombing could be a better OB in some circumstances.
All right.
That setup, the initial setup.
Right. Well, speaking of number 5. It's OB. It's yeah, best card in the game now just got better, right? I mean, it had to be in the list somewhere.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put it at number one, but like it probably is the best card on the list by itself. But it's again.
But how does it get better?
Because a lot of times you're just like hitting something for like an excessive amount of damage, and now, especially if the decks that are just token spamming, they're probably not playing a big guy. Like if you hit them on like the 5 resource turn on turn 4, and they've like made 4 or 5 tokens, and then you're just like OB.
But it's like
wipe
you
the
have
board.
to have that set up. Do you think decks will have it?
It's not. Decks probably will. It'll be harder, but it's not very hard to get a really good OB out. I mean, we've seen this from set 1, especially if you have a leader. You know, you think like the Boba flip turn.
Yep.
You're pretty easy to deal 6 damage and get rid of 3 tokens. And if they're droid tokens, they're only 1 HP. So that's even more like devastating. So yeah, it just gets better. Just keeps getting better. All right, number 4. Number 4, we have Fallen Lightsaber / the Vambrace Flamethrower.
Okay. I understand the flamethrower because of OB. It's like wide removal, but like.
Well, this is the same thing. So the flamethrower is on attack. You deal 1 damage amongst 3 ground units. The Fallen Lightsaber is if it's attached to a Force unit, on attack, deal 1 damage to each ground unit.
Oh, that's even crazier.
Even better.
I've never read that before.
Yeah, so you have to have a Force unit, but like if you're playing the Lightsaber, you probably have a Force unit in your deck.
I mean, there's just more. We've already seen more and more Force units.
Like a Saj Ventress
to use.
Right.
So there's only going to be more Force units.
Yeah. So I think this will be a much like more relevant equip. Again, these are all kind of cards that are just against the tokens, right? This is to keep up with the token stuff. So it's in a vacuum, right? It's like it's good against tokens. I mean, it's still good in general, but like gets better if token spam is a thing. All right, number 3, we have. This one's my favorite, I think, because this is a literally unplayed card that I think is good, but maybe like much better. So this is number 5 is General Krell. So 5 double command, a 5/4 Force Jedi Republic from set 1. But his ability is each other friendly unit gains when defeated, you may draw a card. So the thing to think about this is it's just double green. It's just command. Like a double command villainy deck could run this, and then all your tokens you get to draw a card when you sack them.
That's huge.
So it's like turbo replace. You're never like making a negative play. You're always playing a card and then drawing a card. If you're, depending on what's happening, you're tacking a guy into a unit, drawing a card. Like,
do you get it off the tokens too?
Yep. It's just friendly unit gains when defeated. I think this card was literally made for the set, but they just put it in set 1. Like, it's a Force Jedi Republic. So
Republic too. So it's like
he's Republic. The future. He's literally from the Clone Wars. I mean, he's from the TV show. But like, I'm looking at like double green Palp. Would love this. Even something like double green Dooku, which has been previewed already, where he's giving stuff exploit. So you're sacking your guys, playing a unit, and then drawing a card to replace the card that you're playing in your hand. Like plussing. You're just plussing. Yeah, super value.
Oh man. Because you kind of like when you exploit, you kind of also can trade up a little bit with like you can cheat out like an extra resource.
Right.
That way, like you only cost 1 to get the droid out because it's just a 1/1, and then like you get 2 for it.
Yeah.
It's like resource management is here.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Because it's a war, so...
Yeah, I think I'm super excited for him. I think he'll find a spot now, and I mean, literally no one plays him. It is an unplayed card, so
unplayed card. I've never
pick him up now.
Like, wait, that's a set 1?
Yeah, a rare, by the way. Like,
oh, that's why I don't know about it. It's a rare.
Yeah. All right, so we're getting into the last two. Number two is Evacuate. So this is the 6-cost legendary yellow from set 2. Yep. Return each non-leader unit to its owner's hand. So I personally think this was already a very good card. It's not seen a ton of play, but now again, if there is a token spam and you return, they don't go to your hand. They just disappear. And so
it's essential. It's like removal too.
Yeah, it's like mass removal. And if your opponent is spending resources to make tokens, especially in the droid ones, and then you're just bouncing stuff, everything that turn, like super big tempo play, because they will most likely end up with not as many cards back in their hand that you ended up with if you're playing guys.
Yeah, if you're playing intentionally,
Yeah.
See that coming. I mean, for now, maybe that will be a common thing, like a side deck card.
Right. Yeah, I think so for sure. It could just be like hey, this is here for the token decks. If that's
if you just already have one in your trade binder, you can put that in your side.
Put it away. Yeah. I know. I picked up my hyperspace copies because it's super cheap right now because no one's playing it. I'm like, oh, you guys are sleeping on this.
This guy is like, I need some money with this game.
Yeah. All right, and then the last one, our number 1 is Supreme Leader Snoke. So him at number 1, he's already crazy, right? He's already a staple in blue villain. But each enemy non-leader unit gets -2/-2. He kills clone. He kills all the tokens.
Oh yeah, like, every single token gone.
Gone.
Yeah,
wiped from the board.
So it almost like if you're playing against a blue villainy, you like have to expect.
You have to expect it, yeah. So I think he will be even more relevant because I think
Force too.
And he's Force. A lot of people are using like 2 copies of him, but now I think it could be like hey, I keep the 3rd in the side for token decks, or I just main 3 and like have him there because he's already still super good. Like already still a very relevant card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's number 1, right?
He's number 1, yeah.
Number 1.
Yeah, not necessarily like the perfect order of like what's going to be the most amazing, but like what gets just like so much better. Like
he got a lot better. I mean, he's already good, but
he'd probably be he's already the most expensive card on that list, and he will be probably a little bit more expensive.
Do you think he'll get more expensive, or do you think he'll
probably just like a couple bucks more, depending on what happens? I would think Evacuate will probably go up much more in price versus like Snoke, but he might go up a little bit, which still just sets him above that.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Top 10 set 1 and 2 cards that will get better in set 3. Let us know what you think.
Pick them up.
Yeah.
Pick them up at your LGS. Get those hyperspace foils.
Yeah.
Let us know. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, don't
Take advantage of it.
I'm making stocks on this video.
Yeah.
Our secret like 500 people. Video.
Right.
But yeah, so if you want to like share this with a friend, so you can like you're not the only millionaire. At least like you and your friend become a millionaire. Yeah. And if that helps you too, subscribe, comment, like. We try to reply to every comment that we get. Because we're small, so like we can handle it. Subscribe for the vibes. This is Team Garage, Goggle Man, Roger Mac. See you next week.
That's how we can.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Yeah. Peace out.
23, it's in plain sight, it's a mirage, it's not a facade. Feel the power of an overwhelming barrage of joy and enjoy the ferocity of Team Garage. It's in plain